You're listening to Women Empowerment Wednesday. I am your host, Coach Latoya. You can reach me on my website at www.coachingbyLatoya.com. Also on Facebook, Coaching by Latoya, and on Instagram at Life Coach Latoya. So if anything resonates with you, or you just want to send a message and you want to say, hey, I like the episode, or you have an idea of an episode that you want me to talk about, definitely send me a message. Be glad to hear from you. All right, let's get into today's show. Well, hello. We are talking this month about your visual presentation is your brand. And last week I just talked about how Cindy didn't get the job, but she got the message. And it was a little devastating how she received that message. Well, I looking on the other side, and I had another friend named Mai. And Mai, when I tell you, whenever you saw Mai, she was, well, not was, is, and always will be dressed. Dressed to whatever the occasion is. If it's dressed down, she is decked out with the appropriate jewelry, hair, the shoes. Everything is just perfect. And it's her style. And that's what she's known for. So one day, there was a new girl who started. She was a temp. And she was from another country. And other cultures, they have different practices, different ways of doing things. And so there was a little chatter going around, and people would just snicker and talk about her behind her back. She was a pretty girl, but it was like, why are they talking about her? She's only going by what she was taught or what she knows. And now you're in America, things are a little different. So Mai decided somebody's got to pull her under their wing and teach her a thing or two. And it's going to be me. Who better than to tell her about fashion, accessorizing, even hygiene, because that's what she's known for. Well, I won't say known for, but it's just apparent as soon as you see Mai. She's just got it all together. Smells good, looks good, everything. So one day, Mai takes this fashion magazine and she puts stickies and she puts notes on the stickies. Everything from hygiene, accessorizing, outfits. And she takes it over to the temp. And she pulls her aside and she says, let me explain something to you. You are now in America. We do things differently here. This is nothing against your culture or what you've been taught. But I'm here to let you know you will always be a temp unless you make these changes. You want someone to hire you and to represent the company, you need to be representative of who you are. Not so much of you're just struggling to make it, because you'll always be struggling to make it because that's the look you have. You need to make it look as if you already have it going on, and this is how you do it. Before long, the temp was already transforming. She said thank you. She was appreciative of the collar pulling. And at first she saw the magazine and was like, oh my goodness. And Mai said, no, don't worry about the price tag. There's always other stores to go to. And you can afford the styles here, the dupes. You don't have to pay these name brand prices to look good. She taught her the whole gambit. And before you know it, every time you saw this temp, she looked like she stepped out of a magazine. And before long, she was no longer a temp. She was hired. She had the job. She landed it. This is a little story just to let you know. You can see something. You can see an issue. Are you willing to take that on? Your delivery is key. Mine came across like an older sister, just to say, hey, this is how you do this. Take no offense to what I'm about to tell you, but in order for you to propel to your next level, these are some steps you may have to take if you're willing to make them. I've heard a couple stories just recently of how people are being so offended. How you going to tell me If someone is willing to pull you aside and say, hey, you have the talent and the skills to do this job, but no one's going to get a chance to see the talent or the skill because they can't pass your appearance. Mm-hmm. It is up to you to make that decision. You know what? Maybe let me look into what they're saying. Let me adjust it and then have fun with it. Why not? Like, go on Pinterest or check magazines out and just say, if I could, who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? How do they look? How are they dressed? Because I don't want to be the odd man out in the room and I'm the laughing spectacle. No, I want to be the one that's, who is she? Her, or who is he? I want to get to know that person. I want to get to know what their interests are. The way you dress speaks a lot about you. It speaks to where you're on your way to. How do you represent yourself? Are you proud of what you have? And once again, it is not, I can't afford it. There are so many stores that you can go to and make something look presentable and neat. There's even YouTube channels on how to thrift. Go to a thrift store and repurpose a thing and make it just beautiful. There's a Instagrammer named Thrift Now. I just love watching her. Now, do I have the patience to go through a thrift store and have the imagination to do what she does with clothing? No, I do not. Can I hire someone like her? Yes, I can. So the question is, what is it that you want? What is the look that you're going for? And create it. Make it your own. And then watch how your future starts to shape and change. So just be mindful. Either be the mentor or the older sister or older brother and take someone under your wing and make that change. And if you're on the receiving end, don't be so defensive. Someone is trying to help you better yourself. Take heed and enjoy the process of making that change to better yourself. And in the meantime, enjoy yourself on purpose. Well, that will conclude today's episode on Women Empowerment Wednesdays. Don't forget, you can reach me at my website, www.coachingbyLatoya.com, on Facebook, Coaching by Latoya, and on Instagram at Life Coach Latoya. See you next Wednesday.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.